Jace Hubbard. You took everything away from me. My fans, my fortune, my fame. I lost everything because of him. Mark my words, that kid is going to pay.
I feel very sorry for you, Mr. Richter. I really do.
What? Get lost, buddy.
My apologies. I did not mean to intrude on your privacy.
Look, pal, you have 5 seconds to tell me who you are. Otherwise, you can answer to my fists.
The name is Spencer. Spencer Grimm. Tobias, I know that you want revenge on Jace, and I know that you want it badly. I can help you get that revenge.
You're bluffing.
I mean, I wouldn't have come here if I was bluffing, Mr. Richter. But if that's your choice, then I'll be on my way.
Wait. I'm sorry. I let my anger get the best of me sometimes. Are you actually being truthful that you'll be able to help me beat Jace?
Absolutely. Now, are you coming, or are you not?
If it helps me get closer to beating that little brat, then I might as well take this opportunity while I have the chance.
Now is the time. This is the moment. The opportunity. We're moving forward. We're moving forward. You planted this seed and you're watching me grow. You took more than you need, now you'll reap what you sow. The venom you've become. You're so Armageddon.
Jace Hubbard. It's been far too long, my friend.
Austin Silver. It's been far too long, old friend. How have you been?
Yeah, I'd say I'm doing alright. New look, new dual disc. Yeah, it's all going good for me. What about you? Heard that you beat Tobias Richter in the tournament.
Mm-hmm. Easily managed to pull it off thanks to some successful fusion combos. So, yeah, piece of cake.
Hey, that's great, man. I'm really happy for you. I wish I could have participated, but I was still busy working on my new deck.
Wait, what?
Hey, don't get me wrong, I love playing Dark World. It's my cup of tea. But too many people were complaining that Dangers are far better than Dark Worlds, and that really ticked me off, so I just got rid of the Dark World deck completely.
Oh, guess I can't argue with that.
Honestly, this deck is probably a whole lot better than my old Dark World deck.
I'm not sure.
Oh, come on, what's to lose? It'd be a nice little warm-up. And besides, you're one of the best duelists that I know.
Well, it has been a while since we dueled, so sure. I see no harm in it.
Glad to hear it, Jace. I'll meet you outside in a few minutes.
Alrighty then. Time to see what Austin's got in store for me.
But first, I need to change out of these stupid shorts.
Hopefully this duel won't be too one-sided for you. No worries, I always enjoy a good challenge. Time to get your game on, Jace. Since I challenged you, Jace, I'll make the first move. And boy am I loving this hand. Now it's time to see my new deck in action. To start, I summon Crusadia Maximus in attack mode. And then, with this one monster, I'll construct the link network. The summoning conditions require one Crusadia monster. I set Maximus in the link arrow to link summon Crusadia Magnus.
Crusadia, huh? This should be interesting.
And now with Magus on my field, I activate the ability of Crusadia Draco in my hand, special summoning him in defense mode next to Magus' link. This activates Magus' ability and Draco's ability. First, Crusadia Draco returns Maximus to my hand. Then my Magus allows me to add one Crusadia monster from my deck to my hand. And the monster I'll choose to add is my Crusadia Arborea. And then, I'll use Crusadia Magnus and Crusadia Draco to link summon once again. Come forth, link to Crusadia Regulus. Next, I special summon Crusadia Arborea from my hand in defense mode, next to my Regulus' link. This activates my monster's special ability, letting me add one Crusadia spell or trap card from my deck to my hand. And then I'll activate a spell card. Not the card I just added, but a different one. Go Shadow Fusion! And with this card, I can fusion summon a Shadow monster using monsters on my field or in my hand. So I'll fuse Crusadia Maximus and Shadow Beast to create my El Shadow Construct. Shadow Beast effect goes off, and so does Constructs.
Crusadias and Shadows? Oh, good grief. This just went from interesting to annoying.
With Construct, I send one Shadow monster in my deck to the graveyard, and Beast lets me draw one card. Then by going to the graveyard, Shadow Hedgehog's ability activates, letting me add Shadow Wendy from my deck to my hand. And then, I'll create another circuit. I'll set my Shadow Construct and my Crusadia Arborea in the link arrows to link summon a second Crusadia Regulus. Then by going to the graveyard, Shadow Construct special ability activates, letting me return Shadow Fusion from my graveyard to my hand. And then, I'll build my link network once again. I set both of my Crusadia Regulus in the link arrows to create my most powerful link monster, Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax! Good luck taking out my Avramax, Jace. He isn't easy to defeat. I'll end my turn by sitting 2 cards face down.
Gotta admit, that was impressive. Let's see if I can do anything about it. Alright, first I activate the spell card Pendulum Call. With this, I can discard one card from my hand, and then search my deck for 2 different Magician Pendulum monsters from my deck and add them to my hand. Also, until the end phase of your next turn, Magician Pendulum cards in my Pendulum Zones can't be destroyed by card effects. So first, I'll discard Black Fang Magician to my graveyard. Then I'll add White Wing Magician and Purple Poison Magician to my hand. And now with that out of the way, I activate the spell card Card Destruction. And that means we both discard our entire hands into the graveyard. Then we draw the same number of cards we just discarded.
As much as I want a brand new hand, Jace, I'm not risking it. I reveal my set El Shadow Fusion. And thanks to it, I can fusion summon a Shadow Fusion monster using monsters from my field or my hand. So I'll fuse my Shadow Squamata along with Shadow Wendy in my hand to create El Shadow Window. And now after fusion summoning El Shadow Window, the effective card destruction resolves. Unfortunately, I can only discard and draw 1 card. But that's fine with me, because now the effective Shadow Wendy can activate from my graveyard, letting me set a Shadow monster directly from my deck, and I'll choose Shadow Beast.
I might be getting 5 new cards, but Avramax and Winda combined are a pretty annoying combination.
Yep, thanks to El Shadow Window being on the field, only 1 special summon is allowed per turn.
Then I might as well make use of my one and only special summon, with Odd Eye Fusion. And thanks to it, I can fusion summon a Dragon-type fusion monster using monsters on my field or in my hand.
But since you control 2 or more monsters, and there are no monsters on my side of the field, I can use Odd Eyes monsters in my extra deck as well to fusion summon. I'm going to take that into consideration to fuse Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon in my hand, along with the Odd Eyes Venom Dragon and Odd Eyes Wing Dragon in my extra deck, to create the Starving Venomy Lethal Dose Dragon. And because Odd Eyes Fusion was sent to the graveyard, Lethal Dose Dragon's special ability triggers. That means it gains a Venomy counter, and for every Venomy counter on my dragon, all monsters on the field except for Dark Dragons lose 200 attack points. I'll activate my set card, Crusadia Power, and with this spell card, I can target my Avermax. This turn, he can't be affected by any other card effects except his own.
Oh, come on, El Shadow Winda and Crusadia Power all in one turn? Good grief, I thought the Dark Bull deck was annoying. In that case, I activate my Lethal Dose Dragon's other special ability. And with it, all face-up monsters you control have their effects negated this turn. This obviously won't negate Avermax's special ability, but this will be able to negate your El Shadow Winda to compensate. I activate the spell Pot of Desire. By banishing the top 10 cards in my deck face down, I'm allowed to draw 2 more cards from my deck. Plus, Pot of Desires went to my graveyard, which triggers Lethal Dose Dragon's special ability again, giving it another Venomy counter. Then I'll activate another spell card, Return of the Dragon Lords. So that means I can summon 1 level 7 or 8 dragon back from my graveyard. Please welcome to the field, Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes!
Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes? Well, I certainly wasn't expecting you to use a pendulum card like that one.
Yeah, I'm not proud of the fact either that I'm using a dragon that kinda caused a little bit of trouble, but it is what it is. Anyway, with the arrival of Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes, I can now do this. By sacrificing Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes and sending him to my extra deck, I can advance summon Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon from my hand. And I can do that because I only need 1 sacrifice to summon Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon, because my Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes was a level 5 or higher monster.
A new Odd Eyes monster, huh? How interesting. Must be nice to use it.
Yeah, I guess it is interesting. I mean, especially when you play 1 copy of him in a 60-card deck like this one. But on with the duel. I activate Advanced Dragon's special ability. Because I tribute summon him, I can destroy 1 monster you control. Then you take damage equal to your destroyed monster's attack points. So I'll choose to destroy your Set Shadow Beast.
You may have destroyed my Shadow Beast, Jace, and you may have inflicted 2,200 points of damage to me. But thanks to Beast's special ability, since you were sent to the graveyard by a card effect, I can draw 1 card.
Yeah, I already know that. Shadows were quite the archetype back in the day. Anyways, since Shadow Beast went from the field to the graveyard, Lethal Dose Dragon gains another Venomy counter. Then I'll activate Monster Reborn, which will allow me to bring back a monster from either of our graveyards.
Alright, Jace, what monster are you going to bring back? El Shadow Construct? A monster from my graveyard that'll allow you to link summon?
Neither. I'm bringing back this monster.
Chronograph Sorcerer? But that means...
It means I can activate Chronograph Sorcerer's special ability. By banishing him, along with the required materials in my graveyard, I can fusion summon a special fusion monster. I banish Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Black Flame Magician, White Wing Magician, and Purple Poison Magician from my graveyard. There can only be one, as Fusion, Synchro, Exceeds, and Pendulum join together. Now descend before us. Come forth, level 12 Supreme King Zark!
Of all pendulum monsters, Jace, that big dragon is the last one I would ever expect you to use.
Zark's special ability activates. When he's fusion summoned, all cards you control are destroyed.
Well, thankfully only El Shadow Window was destroyed since Crusadia Power protected Avermax. However, Zark will still be a big problem to deal with. Since El Shadow Window was sent to the graveyard, I can add 1 Shadow Spell or Trap card from my graveyard back to my hand. so I'll return the Shadow Fusion that you made me discard with card destruction.
True, but now I have the necessary monsters needed to take out Avermax. But before I conduct my battle phase, I'll place Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon in my Pendulum Zone. Now let's battle. Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon, attack his Avermax!
I can't let Avermax fall yet. From my graveyard, I banished Crusadia Arborea. And thanks to him, I can prevent my Avermax from being destroyed.
Well, that means Advanced Dragon's the only one destroyed. But that's okay, because now I can activate Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon's Pendulum ability. Because an Odd Eyes card on my field was destroyed, I can summon an Odd Eyes monster from my hand, deck, or graveyard. So I think I'll bring Advanced Dragon right back to my field. And, because it's still my battle phase, he can attack again. Advanced Dragon, attack Avermax once more!
So you want to go again, Odd Eyes? That's fine with me. I activate Avermax's special ability. Once per turn, if he battles a special summon monster, Avermax gains attack points equal to that of the monster that he's battling. Now Avermax, fight back!
I might be taking damage, but Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon will be sticking around. Compliments of Return of the Dragon Lords. By banishing this card, Advanced Dragon isn't destroyed. And, because I just finished my attack, Avermax's attack points go back to normal, which means just one thing. Zark, take out Austin's Avermax once and for all! Since Zark destroyed Avermax by battle, I can activate his special ability, letting me summon a Supreme King Dragon from my deck or the extra deck.
In response, I'll activate Avermax's last special ability. Since he left the field after being Link summoned, I can return one card on the field back to the deck. I choose your Starving Venomy Lethal Dose Dragon.
I had a feeling you might choose him. But that's okay, because thanks to Supreme King Zark, I can now summon back Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes from my extra deck. Unfortunately, Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes must be summoned to the extra monster zone. But that's fine with me. Odd Eyes, attack Austin directly! And with that, I end my turn.
Taking advantage of cards you sent to the graveyard with card destruction, summoning some powerful dragons on your first turn. Jace, I'm indeed impressed. However, let's see if you can keep that field of yours for long, because now it's my turn, and thanks to card destruction and the cards I added and drew on your last turn, well, let's just say this won't be easy for you. I activate the spell Shadow Fusion, and just like before, I can fusion summon a Shadow monster. But because you control a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, I can also use monsters in my deck as well. So using the effect of Shadow Fusion, I'll fuse Shadow Dragon and Reshadow Wendy in my deck to create a new Shadow monster, El Shadow Abcalone. By going to the graveyard, Reshadow Wendy's special ability activates again, so I'll set my third Shadow Fuse from my deck. Also, because Shadow Dragon went to the graveyard, his special ability allows me to destroy one spell or trap card on the field, and I choose Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon.
By Pendulum, take this, you're going to the extra deck.
Next, I'll activate the special ability of El Shadow Abcalone. With it, because it was special summoned, I can target one face-up card you control and negate its effects. Now let's see. I can't target Zark, and I doubt you have any more dragons in your graveyard, but I'm not gonna risk it. I'll target Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes. And I'm still not done. Now to summon out an old favorite of mine, I banish Crusadia Maximus, a light monster, and Shadow Dragon, a dark monster, from my graveyard to special summon this card, my Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. Glad to have you, old friend. It's been far too long since the good old days. Blackluster Soldier, attack Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes.
Well, good thing I still got this.
Come on!
Yep, I sent it to my graveyard with card destruction as well. And that means Supreme King Dragon Odd Eyes isn't destroyed.
Well, that's just great. Now Blackluster Soldier can't do multiple attacks in one turn. In that case, I'll go to main phase 2. I need to build up some defense. I'll normal summon Crusadia Draco to my field. Then I'll set one card face down. And that will end my turn. My move. At first I'll summon Perforpel Celestial Magician. And then I'll activate his special ability, applying certain effects depending on the other monsters on my field. Because I control a fusion monster, Celestial Magician can attack you directly. And because I control a Pendulum monster, during the end phase of this turn, I'm going to add one Pendulum monster from my deck to my hand. Not that it really matters though, this duel is practically over. I'll chain by activating the Crusadia Vanguard trap card. When this card is activated, I contribute one Crusadia or World Legacy monster on my field. Then I can special summon a Crusadia or World Legacy monster with a different name from my deck or graveyard. I'll tribute Crusadia Draco from my field to bring back Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax from my graveyard. Also, due to the effect of my trap card Crusadia Vanguard, while I control a Crusadia Link monster, you can only target Link monsters for attacks. Again with Avermax? Well, it's gonna cost me some life points, so I'm gonna have to get him off the field some way or another. Advanced Dragon, attack his Avermax. I activate Avermax's special ability, giving it your monster's attack points. Avermax, finish off his dragon once and for all! And because I used up my attack on Avermax, his attack points go back to normal. Zark, finish off Avermax again! Zark's ability activates again, meaning I can summon another Supreme King Dragon from my deck or extra deck. And this time I choose to summon Supreme King Dragon Clearwing! Finally, I'll have Supreme King Dragon Clearwing attack El Shadow at Cologne. And before damage calculation, I'll activate Clearwing's ability. That means your monster is destroyed and you take damage equal to his original attack points. This duel is over. That's game. Good game, Austin. That was a pretty good duel. Yeah, good game, Jace. That was a really intense duel. You've definitely improved. Although, that shockwave from your last attack damaged my dual disc. That's just great. Now I have to get this thing fixed. I'll see you around. I am not going to be walking around with a broken dual disc. I wouldn't look good at all. Well, that takes care of that, so now what? Hey, you! Never seen you around here before. Looking for trouble or something? Because if you are, you just found it. Trying to trash talk, are you? You're not very good at that. I'm not playing games. Who are you? Name's Esper. I want to test out your dueling skills. Question is, do you have the guts to do it? What's in it for me? You haven't exactly given me a reason to want to duel you. What would be the fun in telling you that? Come on, accept my challenge, boy. That's pretty big talk for someone who just came right the heck out of nowhere. You're either really cocky or really confident. But I'm never one to back down from a challenge. So, you're on, creep. Now that's more like it. Prepare yourself for battle. I'll start with this. I activate Pot of Extravagance. I banish 6 random cards in my extra deck face down. Then I'm allowed to draw 2 more cards from my deck. And then I'll be activating Necro Valley Throne. My throne allows me to add 1 Gravekeeper's monster from my deck to my hand. I'll be adding Gravekeeper's Commandant to my hand. But he won't stay in my hand for long, because I'm using his special ability. I simply discard him in order to add a Necro Valley from my deck to my hand. I then activate my field spell card, Necro Valley. As long as this field spell is in play, all my Gravekeepers gain 500 attack and defense points. Also, no cards in any of our graveyards can be moved to any other place or banished. Next I summon the Gravekeeper's Headman to the field. And I activate Headman's ability. When it's summoned, I get to summon a Gravekeeper's monster from my graveyard, as long as level 4 or below. So welcome back, Gravekeeper's Commandant! Oh, and if you think having 2 Gravekeepers on my field is bad, just wait till you see my next move. I activate Royal Tribute. I'm allowed to only activate Royal Tribute when Necro Valley is on my field, and due to its effect, we both must discard all monster cards in our hands to the graveyard. I only have one, Gravekeeper Spiritualist. Now how about you? What monster cards are you discarding to the graveyard? I'll tell you, you sneaky little weasel. It's my entire freaking hand. It's all full of monsters. Oh, now that's what I call bad luck right there. With just one card, I made you discard your entire starting hand. Oh, this duel's gonna be easy. And if you think that was bad, just wait till you see what else I've got in store. We'll just see about that. Yes, we shall. I've already done enough. I'll end my turn.
Now is the time.